it's Thursday, and the kids have been set free over there for a few minutes while we waited. And they're trying to throw Kent in there. And they can't get it. Oh, they're trying to throw Tony in. A little bit. Saw you guys, just a little bit. By the time I got the tape out, though, you were almost done. Hey, guys, get back. Brian, come here. Brian! Hey, Brian, get your feet going there. Okay.
Okay, everybody, take off.
It's okay, he can be weird.
Come on, you guys.
It's all right.
They have really changed this place, huh?
I know, I don't even recognize it. We'll wait.
It's
And
John.
the shark.
It's John. Watch out, Roy. You might still be alive. Woo! You got bad breath.
Yeah, we waited. Okay.
Oh, you're brave and extraordinary.
Hello. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an in-our area media.
When I turn that over, I'm like, just bring it.
The single black diamond, ladies and gentlemen, represents us here on our next round.
For the Universal Studios Hollywood Super Tram, presented by Texaco. Do me a favor as you board the tram, please slide all the way across the last available seats. We're able to accommodate everyone.
How much you want to bet they're going to sell those in a few minutes?
Please be advised, some of the effects you'll be experiencing today may be best. Off to my side, you can see a livery stable where we house our horses to the Wild West Stunt Show. It's also where Mae West saved W.C. Fields in My Little Chickadee. Our Western sets are some of our oldest. That's because the original films made here at Universal were all Westerns. And we're traveling down a road named after a very famous cowboy, Mr. John Wayne. I'll tell you what, look off to my side. Notice that the doors of the facades are a little taller and wider than you'd expect them to be. Folks, that makes our cowgirl standing in the doorway look a little more petite and defenseless. Now look off to the driver's side. Notice those doors are a little shorter, a little smaller than they're supposed to be. That makes our cowboys look a little more brawny. Folks, now you know John Wayne's secret. He never crossed the street. Now the facades of this plates from Back to the Future, relics from Jurassic Park, and the pod is from John Carpenter's The Thing. I'll tell you something else about this body of water, folks. Believe it or not, this was the entire Pacific Ocean for McHale's Navy. For good old PT-73, that's the deep blue sea. Now, it's a pretty versatile body of water. It's been seen as the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the lagoon for Gilligan's Island, home of the creature from the Black Lagoon, and even the Mississippi River. Ended the waters apart. Here in Hollywood, we have a different way of doing it. All right, I need every single person in the second car only, on the count of 3, to yell as loud as you can, "Part the waters." Ready? 1, 2, 3. I don't know what that was, but it seemed it worked.
ほら出てきたよなんか恐竜かなんかわーっと出てるなほら川がどんどんほらねほら
Now, as the 1956 remake of the Ten Commandments that Charlton Heston first parted the Red Sea, did so by using special effects shots like the one you see in front of you. Now, as we prepare to cross through the Red Sea, I need everybody in their seat, please. Protect any valuables that might get wet and keep those cameras out for a great sea-level view.
なんかしらシャッター切っちゃう。イライラ。
That's right up to my side. You can see the remnants of Gilligan's Island, and off to the driver's side, the island of Bora Bora from Tales of the Gold Monkey. You can also see a fenced-in area with some props. That's because building 487 right across the street houses our property and wardrobe department. Now, prop in Hollywood is actually defined as anything that's not nailed, stapled, glued, or cemented down to the set. This could be as small as a paperclip, as large as a car, or maybe even a chariot, because we've just entered Spartacus Square.
綺麗になってるから。
It was in this area that friends, Romans, and countrymen lent Sir Laurence Olivier their ears in the Stanley Kubrick film Spartacus. We had hundreds of Roman soldiers in this area. They were actually Los Angeles college students, and I guess they had to have their history lessons because many of them were wearing wristwatches and tennis shoes. As we exit off to my side, you can see one of our foreign embassy buildings. All right, to tell you the truth, it is our only foreign embassy. We use it to represent any different country just by changing the flag in the front of the building. Up to the driver's side is Little Europe. This area also represents many locations, this time by changing the language on the signs in the shop windows. It was built in 1929 for All Quiet on the Western Front. That went on to win Universal its very first Academy Award for Best Picture. As we head up the street, though, you might recognize the area as there are stairwells. That's because this is actually a two-level soundstage, the only of its kind. This is used for shooting what we call a pan shot. That's when you have to follow the actor for one long, continuous take, in this case, probably from the upper level down here to the lower level. I do take a look around at all the details that go into creating a set of this magnitude. It's California Tremor. Just stay seated, be calm. You'll be fine. Completely destroyed the city of San Francisco and didn't do me much good either. You'll be interested to know that in the event of an actual earthquake, it's probably the safest building in the back not to be in. That's because it survives an 8.3 earthquake every 5 minutes all day long. Now, most of the sets we've driven by today, you'll notice have been sort of plain and ordinary. That's because we leave everything in their natural undecorated state till just before production begins. Then our art designers and set decorators come into the area and create the specific Mule Valley from all three of the Back to the Future films. If you look on top of the courthouse, you can see the clock tower. That's where Christopher Lloyd's Doc Brown harnessed the lightning bolt that sent Marty McFly back to the future. Keep in mind that this square actually represented 3 different time periods for the Back to the Future films. It was seen as 1955, 1985, and the year 2015. This grassy area was seen as a park, a parking lot, and a pond. That's where we filmed those hoverboard sequences. Also, look up toward the front of the tram. You can see a beige-colored building. That served as the theater, the movie theater, for all three of Hill Valley's. In the year 2015, you'll remember it was Jaws 19 that was playing at that movie house. Remember the 3D Jaws that jumped out at Michael J. Fox? Tell you what, next time you see the film, look very closely at the marquee. You'll see that Jaws 19 was supposedly directed by Max Spielberg. That's Steven Spielberg's son. Steven Spielberg executive produced the film. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Causing thousands to flee their homes. Police admit that they are powerless to stop the military units are rushing to the scene.
Here, kid.
Police were demonstrating near the Chippewa now. We now go to live coverage on the scene with our helicopter reporter, Kelly King.
We're now covering the wreck of a crushed L train. The helicopter the scientists are searching for. Great! There's a trainload of people down there. We've got to go down and warn them. Attention to people on the track. You are in danger.
King Kong.
This doesn't look so good. Oh no. There he is. It's King Kong. Oh no. He's got the cables to the bridge. Hang on, this bridge is gonna go. Let's get out of here. Yeah, the cord cords are stuck on the bridge.
Ryan did not want to come in.
Collapse, and then we'd fall and get wet, probably die. So like I said, we're going to go around the back side of the bridge. Or not. Okay. Extensively in our television series, the Kid Car drove across it Knight Rider, a Headless Horseman rode across it Murder, She Wrote, and actor Scott Bakula ran across it in an episode of Quantum Leap. He was also used in The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. Now, folks, as you can see from the overcast skies, there's a 50-50 chance of rain, particularly in the area up ahead. Now, I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, but we'll go check it out. And after that, we'll be driving right by that area that's filming. They're filming a television commercial in our Jaws Lake area, so do keep a close look, but again, I'll have to be off the mic till we clear the area. I do need my cameraman in the third car to sit down, though, please.
You take the picture. No, not that.
Can't swim. Watch what? Watch what we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Isn't that cool?
Probably die.
Can't you just get scary? Just close your eyes. Oh no.
I was just kidding. We should be fine. Oh no. Folks, if you get dizzy, just close your eyes.
Look straight ahead.
You bet. What comes around goes around.
Everybody's head tilted over like this. Hey, Tony, how'd you like that?
That was cool.
Animated Hollywood special effect and some pretty snazzy driving on Ross's part of mine, and you try driving through your dryer. Actually, at all times, the tram remained perfectly level. It was just the walls that were spinning around us. Let me tell you, it takes a pretty good-sized hamster to make that happen. I don't feel too bad. That E.T. went on to become the #1 box office hit of all time. Till last year, it was knocked off by Jurassic Park. Number 7 on the top 10 list is Jaws. All 3 of these are Universal Pictures.
Backdrop.
那个保安这到这个梁子嘞。